everyone, I'm Tracy from Grizzlie Knits, and this is my knitting and crochet podcast. How you been? I'm glad that you've come back, or if you're new here, welcome. This is where I talk about all the things that I am working on, things that I've done, all to do with the fiber arts. Today I have knitting. Do I have crochet? No, I don't think I do have crochet. Today I just have a lot of knitting. It is a beautiful day outside. It is September, what's the date? September 9th in Toronto, Canada, probably in most of the world. And yeah, that's it. So, well, that's not it. That's just it about the date. Someone was talking about how hard intros are in these podcasts, and it is so true. They're so hard. I don't know why. Some people have it like down pat and they know exactly what they're saying and it's so great, and I just fumble. I barely know my name, but it gets better. I promise. All right, let's talk about why you're here, the knitting. Let's come on my glasses for a minute. Oh, I'm wearing my ranunculus. I've talked about this before in previous podcasts. If you're a knitter, you know what this is. It's probably the most popular knitting pattern there is. And I love mine. I'm itching to start a new one. So any podcast now, I know you're going to see I've started a new one. But I'm holding back. You'll see why. I've been casting on crazy. And yeah, and this was done in in a sport weight. It was a cotton mix from Knit Crate, which was a subscription a couple of years ago. They don't do it anymore. And it's really beautiful, and it's very lightweight and very flowy, and I just really love it. So I think I'm not really sure what fiber I want to do my next one. So that's what's keep holding me back, I think. Anyway, what do I have to show you today? I have one new finished object. I have a couple of things that I am continuing that I wanted to show you how I am progressing, a few new things, and a CAL that I'm joining in. All right, so let's get started. Finished objects. My Stephen West Dustland skinny scarf is done. And again, this was made out of some leftover yarn I had. It's a Knit Crate yarn, Audine wools in the rock and roll colorway. This is where I was last time. So I did quite a lot. Wait, was I here and I did this? Or now I don't even remember. No, I think I already was decreasing. Yeah, I was decreasing. But it is a really nice knit. It's got lots of texture. It's very easy. And it's got a nice I-cord on both sides. And it's just nice. I really like it. So probably just wear it. I think mine's bigger than his in the picture. Well, I know mine's bigger than his in the picture, but I don't know. I thought I followed directions okay, but maybe I just used a thicker yarn, but I thought it was what he wanted. Doesn't matter. I like it. It's great. I love it. I like these little scarves sometimes. They're so easy to wear, and you can just put your jacket on. There's not a lot of bulk. Anyway, love it, and it's done, and I'm happy about that. So, whips. What should I show you first? I'll show you what I made the least progress on, but I'm enjoying. Oh, before I forget, last time I was working on Queen's Cami by Tori Yu, and I have frogged it. It's a great pattern, but I screwed up so badly. It's knit from the bottom up, which I don't love, but you fold it over. You can sew it, or you can knit it into the back stitches. And I screwed that up so badly. Like it was hideous. So I had to I almost said I had to rewind. I had to frog. And now I'm not in the mood to do that. So we will put that aside and revisit it probably in the spring, like when I'm starting to feel like, tanks and things like that. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. But one thing I have worked on, not a lot of progress, but I'm really enjoying it, is my blanket. So I started a blanket called the Past, Present, and Future Blanket by, who's it by? By Marjan Molenbeek. And it is such a beautiful pattern, and it's so easy. So I did a bit more. You can't tell, but there's like a gazillion and 3 stitches on here. So this is where I was last time we spoke. So, I mean, I didn't do that much. And I did work on it like 2 nights. So quite a lot, but it's just taking me a long time, and I don't care because I love it. And it's so much fun. You really memorize. It's a 2 row pattern, and you memorize. It's very easy to memorize what you need to do, and the other side, it's just normal knitting. So I love it. I think I paid for it, so I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be pretty. So I'm just not putting any like hard deadlines on myself or any of that. I'm just enjoying the process. It's in this cute little basket, and I've got some scraps in here, and then I'll just keep adding scraps, and it's just nice. If you want to see a gorgeous finished one, watch It Is Sarah podcast. She did one, I think, earlier this year, and it is just so beautiful. I loved it. That's where I got the idea for the pattern. Okay, so you have also seen, oh, this is interesting, in my Noble Character Craft bag that I love. I was working last time on the Crescendo Summer Tee by Knit Purl Girl. Put a picture up right here. And I was talking to you about the yarn, the Linne yarn. I want to say line, but that's not right. People loved it, and I was like a little unsure when I started knitting it. I got the color Deep Burgundy, and what happened was, it's nothing tragic. I just made some executive decisions. So I started the, okay, where was I last time? Maybe that will help. Oh dear, what? I could have sworn I had, okay. No, because that would make sense. I can't remember where I was 2 weeks ago, but let's just start fresh here. I am making, oh, here we are. Where have you been? The little panda here. Okay, so this is good. So I was here. I finished the lace, and then I started knitting, and I was getting really bored. I don't normally get bored with my knitting, but for some reason, it just wasn't growing. So then the more I'm looking at the pattern, I was like, do I want another kind of t-shirt with just the ribbing? And I thought I would love if I could put in some lace at the bottom. Now, when that thought occurred to me, my first thought was, Tracy, don't do it. You're going to screw it up. You are going to screw it up. You're not a designer. You don't know things. This is not a good idea. But then the other part of me was like, you know what? Have fun. Have fun with your knitting. So you rip it out if you hate it. Go for it. And I listened to that part of my brain. So I went through books, I went through YouTube videos, what kind of lace did I want? And I was trying to match up that lace a little bit. It's like a diamond lace. And I came across Feather and Fan. And you've probably done it or seen it somewhere. And here it is. So it's a 4 row pattern, and only one of the rows you do something. And so I had to change it for knitting in the round. So I can say it because, like, you know, you can get it anywhere. The first row is knit, and then the second row is purl, but I did a knit because I'm going in the round. The third row is where the action happens. There's knits together, there's yarn overs, that kind of thing. I counted my stitches, and to do a whole kind of chunk of the Feather and Fan, I worked out it was 20 stitches. So I just divided everything by 20. I think I was off 1 or 2, and I just kind of shoved them together. And it's working out really well. And if you can see, I've got like lace here. So I did 6 inches here, then lace. And I have 1 more inch left to do. I like a nice 10 inches from my armpit down. So I do like crop sweaters, crop that don't show all the stuff. So I'm hoping this is gonna show stuff though. Like, I'm probably gonna have to wear, like, you know, like a little undershirt or a little something underneath tucked in so you don't see everything. But I still think it's gonna be really pretty. And I might not even, like, this is screaming like summer to me. So I might not even wear it soon. But I'm happy with my decision. We'll see. We'll see how happy I get. I'm hoping I get really happy. But it's been fun. That's the main part. I've just enjoyed. It's been fun, and it's given me some confidence, definitely, that I can change things. Things will be okay. I can use designs as recipes more than, you know, laws. And yeah, so that's it. About the yarn, it's very soft, it's very drapey. I can see why people love it. And I'm already thinking of my next thing in this yarn. So that's exciting. All right, so that is my crescendo, and I'm really hoping that it is done by the next podcast. I'm on my last ball of yarn, and I think I'll be good with that because I'm going to do little short sleeves, and I just have to do another inch of the bottom. I think we'll be okay. All right. So that, what else? Okay, those are the only 2 things that I've worked on that you've seen. Everything else is new. Yes, everything else is new. Okay, so let's start with socks. Weird thing happened. A very, very good friend of mine asked me out of the blue to make her a pair of socks. She's never asked me to make her anything. And definitely not a pair of socks. And she wanted them in browns, well, not browns, tans, beiges, like very, you know, neutral fall colors. So I was watching, and we'll talk about her later a little bit. I was watching Honeybird Studio, and she had a really nice pair of socks. And I think many years ago, I have made these, but I just can't even remember. They are called, and it's a free pattern. They are called, the pattern's called the Color Palette Socks by LaurelKnits. I'll put a picture up here. And they're a lot of fun because you're using your scraps, and there's like little goals, things to do as you knit. And I thought this will be perfect because I'm knitting now a bigger size than I normally knit. And I get, like, I'm slow on my socks and I have a tiny foot. So I went into my stash, and I found the most I had with colors that she would like. I have leftovers of this, and I made myself a pair of socks in this. It's like a tweedy nub. I can't remember where I got it from. I want to say Full Moon Fibers, but don't hold me to that. Really nice. So then I just started pulling out really nice colors. So basically, these are going to be for the body. So it's like this color will be my my calf, my heel, and my toe, and then the in-between ribbing that you add in these socks. So the other colors, well, first of all, let me show you what I've got so far in my another Noble Character craft bag. And oh, and I have my little stitch marker that I won from Noble Character Crafts Make 9. This was earlier this year. So that's nice. Okay, back to business. So far, and I'm doing them at the same time. And speaking of Noble Character Crafts, because I've said this quite a few times already in this podcast, but she has a very good tutorial right now on how you knit two together. And that's my favorite way. That's her favorite way too. And if you're wondering how to get started with that, great tutorial. I watched it just to make sure I'm not missing anything, missing any hacks. Okay, so I have this, and then I had this cream. This cream is the Drops Flora. And then I'm gonna do light to dark. So I'm gonna be adding this. Then I'm gonna be adding, this, which is just, it's actually got a little bit of tone in it. Then I've got this. It's looking pinky, but it's actually quite brown. Not brown, like goldy brown. And then I'm going to be adding this. So you get the idea. Just like, very autumny socks. I've got, what else? I've got this. I don't know if I'll use this. We'll see if it looks good in there. It might. Anyway, and then you keep adding in your mane for the ribbing. It's a fun pattern, and I think she's gonna like these. So the funny thing is, my other really, really good friend, who's never asked for socks too, the next day, she texted me and she said, I got Birkenstocks and I need socks, like cool socks like you make. Could you make me a pair? I'm like, what's going on with everybody? Okay, so yes, of course, I'll make her a pair of socks. Same size as that friend, but she doesn't want wool. So that's tough. She only wants acrylic. Let me show you what I have so far. She only wants acrylic, and she wants darker colors. She wants dark brown, and she wants black put in somehow. I love people who don't knit. If you could mesh in black somehow, that would be great. And so I am making her a DK pair. I've got it living in my, isn't this cute? And this is my Anna Green Gables bag from the kitchen sink shop. I love it so much. It's got like, I just have to show you, it's so cute. It's got quotes on the inside. Okay, so I'll explain why I'm kind of doing two at a time and I'm kind of not. I am using a 3.5 millimeter needle. It's all a little bit of a mess here, but we'll do our best. Okay, so I started with, I have some black, it's fingering, and it is super soft, so she'll be happy with that. There's no wool in it, so I'm holding that double. Then I moved into, I had some DK, well, it says worsted, but there's no way it's worsted. It must be like a light worsted. Some, what's it called? Knit picks in this dark color. I made my only crocheted cardigan out of this. So it's a really nice yarn, really soft. So I think soft is gonna be the big thing for her. Then I was like, okay, now I don't have a ton of those colors in acrylic in DK. Like, it was a whole big thing. Anyway, I did have this. This is called Cherish King Cole, and it is DK acrylic, and you can see it makes a pattern. So I sent her this, she liked it. So here it is. And it's so cool how they make a pattern. I don't get it. Anyway, but what was I gonna say? Oh, then I can do some little stripes of the black, like do a chunk, do a few little stripes, do a chunk. The thing I was worrying about, if I do it at the same time, I'd have to unravel this halfway. And I wanted both of them to match. This friend, like, you match. You do not match. So I thought I'll do it section and section to keep my motivation going. And it's working for sure. So I did my cuffs. I had to redo this whole cuff yesterday because I missed one row of the black, and I could tell. I could tell. I said to my husband, can you see the mistake? And he pointed out something else. Like, no, that's not the mistake at all. He won't do that. And then I said, no, it's a row. And he goes, well, no one's going to notice. I noticed. So I had to redo the whole thing. But now we're back on track. And so I'll do the chunk, and then do some stripes, and we'll go from there. So I like the DK. It's so good when you do a DK sock. It goes so fast. Now, the pattern I'm using is from Rose Opal Knits website, their DK sock recipe. I always use this one. It's like the only one. I just love it. Oh, I wanted to just mention back to the color palette socks. It only comes in one size, 64 stitches. So someone like me, I always do 56 stitches for my foot. I think you could very easily just like copy their patterning and then plug it into your own recipe. So I don't think that's a problem. And the DK one, Rose Opal Knits, it's 2 sizes. So it's like small. I'm doing the slightly bigger one. Okay. So I've got 2 socks on the go for 2 friends. My hope, that wasn't even the back. My hope is I do them and finish them, and then when we usually have like girls' nights, not often anymore, but when we do, I will present the socks. So that'd be fun. We'll see though. Okay, so out of Sockland, I have casted on 2 sweaters. Let's start with, where'd it go? Oh, is that it? Oh, it is it. Okay. Let's start with what's in here. This is my Jenna Rose bag. I have this bag and I have a basket of hers, and she's going out of business. So that's very sad. I really loved her aesthetic and her way of doing things, but that's okay. At least I have this. Okay, so I am doing the Jane cardigan by Jessica McDonald Designs. I bought this a while ago and I've been just itching to cast it on. So here are the plans. I have 2 skeins of Echo Tweed DK in the Estelle yarn, and the color is called Marble, and I'll get it as close as I can. It is like this really light browny beigey color with flecks in it. I really liked it. We got it last fall when we went to like a fall fair, and then on the way home we found a yarn store. And I feel, you know what? I'll write it. I'll put it down below which yarn store. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it was. I was really good. I just bought these two. That's it. So here we are, and I want to make a striped sweater. Now I've had this. My theme for September and October, November, December is use the good stuff. I save my good stuff. I don't know if you do this. It's like, oh, it's too good to use. What? What do you mean it's too good to use? That's crazy. So I've had this. I used to get row 1 a long time ago. And then shipping got crazy and everything got crazy. So I stopped it. So I haven't gotten it, I would say, in about 2 years maybe. And I loved it. If there was another thing like this in Canada, if you know of a subscription like this in Canada, I would definitely look into it, because I loved getting little minis every month. Boy, was that nice. So this is my last one. So it's kind of sad, but again, use it. Don't just stare at it, Tracy. This dyer was Homestead Fibers, and they're just beautiful colors, you can see. So my thought was I'll put them together and make like a little striped cart. So I'm following the directions exactly. I'm doing size 2, and it's coming out really nicely. It's coming out a bit holey, a bit thin, which I'm liking. So I'm not upset about that. And here we are. So here's the beginning, and I'm just doing increases still. So what I've done is, I think I did like 10 rows, and then I'm putting in 2 rows of color. So far I've got that color and that color, and I'm probably just gonna stick with lighter colors, but maybe not. Who knows? I might not. I thought that one will be next. It's gonna be neutral, but with some color. Anyway, I'm really happy with it so far. I enjoy working on it, and we'll just keep going with it. And this is when I used to do Progress Keepers. It's a little owl. So cute. All right, so that's the jean cardigan that I'm enjoying with my little minis. Minis are so cute. Okay, my last new cast on, work in progress. So this is how it happened. It's always a story. I came across a new to me podcaster, Jenny from Honeybird Studios in British Columbia. And she is I just really enjoy watching her videos. And one thing I like about her is she uses a real mixture of yarns. So she loves the hand-dyed, but she also uses the budget yarns that, I do too. And makes just stunning things with everything, with all the yarn. So she is hosting, let me make sure I got all the info. She is hosting with Faith from TheRedHeadKnits and Irene Lin CAL. And I'll put the information down below, or go to Jenny's video, because she has a whole video on it. Her video actually is how all the Irene Lin designs that she's made and how she styles them. And oh my goodness, like just beautiful. I've made one Irene Lin thing. I wore it last week. So if you go back to last week's episode, I talk about it, how I screwed it up, but I saved it in the end. And it was just gorgeous. She's a gorgeous designer, honestly. So I wanted to jump in. So September 1st it started, and it goes to December 1st. And that you can hashtag Irene Lin 2025 CAL. And so the hard part for me was, okay, what am I going to make? Because like I just loved all the designs. Like honestly, I love them. But I did narrow it down to, I'll put a picture up here. It is called the, it is, what is, hold on. It is the Acacia cardigan. And I'm doing a size 2. And, okay, so I printed it out. And honestly, like it was not the hardest. Like I didn't read it. I just looked at it and I was like, what? Like, I wish I could show you, but it's obviously a paid for pattern. Okay, each row is like that. And I'm like, what did you do? This is gonna go south very quickly. But I started it, and she is such a fabulous writer, pattern writer, that you don't second guess anything. You're like, yep, makes sense, yep. So don't get overwhelmed or scared of the big pattern that she does. It comes together. So I'm going to show you, first of all, I'll show you what yarn I chose. I have 2 balls, and I hope I have enough, and now I don't even know. This may be a short sleeve crop cardi. We'll see. In Modem, it's called Modem? Oh no, it's not. It's called Mondem. Mondem? I'm probably saying it wrong. But look how cute. This reminds me of, for those of you of a certain age, Amelia Bedelia and her books. I don't know why. This reminds me of Amelia Bedelia. This is 100% wool made in Portugal. Rosa Palmer. And it does it not say a colorway? I don't know if Rosa Palmer is the colorway. I don't know. I got it from the Knitting Loft. Yes, a Knitting Loft in Toronto. And I just loved it. I thought it was so pretty. So I have 2 balls of this. It's fingering. So it's in my old Fringe Supply Company, another bag company that has gone out, but I'm lucky enough to have 2. And I'll show you so far what is going on. Here it is. It is lace and cables in fingering. I don't know. I question myself sometimes, but oh, here it is. It is so pretty. So I'm not following the chart. I'm following the printed written instructions, which I just get along better with. This is so cute. This I bought a long time ago, and I can't even find anything about it. It's so cute. So it's top down, you know, straightforward, like I said. I've got my little stitch markers in for my increases, and that's it so far. So it takes concentration for sure. I mean, you don't want to think about where you are, but it just works. I don't know. I'm just hoping I don't make a mistake, because that is my downfall with these more like lacy, cabley, harder patterns. I make a mistake and then I'm like, So I've made a few mistakes, but I've always gone back. I haven't just like, oh, it'll work out in the end. It doesn't work out in the end. Not with stuff like this. You have to go back. And if you go back now, you're saving, like when you make the mistake, go back, you're saving yourself a lot of heartache for later on. Anyway, I love the color. I'm loving working on it. So I hope that keeps up because there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Am I even showing you the right side? Oh, yes, I am. That's right. Okay. So that's it. So this is for the Irene Lin CAL. And will I be finished by December 1st? I don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try real hard. Okay, so that's about it. Those are the things I'm working on. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's about it. I told you about that and this and that and everything. And yeah, so if, I wanted to thank everyone for the kind messages about my poor little vest that makes me look pretty bad from the last podcast. I appreciate that a lot, but you know what? It's okay. I'm not sad. A little sad, but I'm not like devastated. It happens and you learn. And that's the incredible thing about knitting and crocheting, that it's just yarn. We can rip it out. We can make a new thing. It is such a wonderful craft. So yes, and you know what? I love to hear what you're making. Are you into fall knitting yet? I feel I'm starting to get the fall itch for sure, and to put away, like I'm not really that interested in my summery stuff at the moment. So yeah, I think I'm starting to feel that, but also feel a little bit overwhelmed because I want to make all the things. So I have to slow down, and I want to slow down and I want to just enjoy what I have, what I'm working on. Enjoy that. And that's it. That's my advice. Anyway, I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy knitting. And I hope everyone has a really good few weeks. See you then. Bye-bye.